Hey everyone. So I'm going to do my best to do this in 3 minutes. I don't know if that's going to be possible, but basically, I would like to discuss how education and the flow of knowledge is like a giant system of funnels. And there are a few ways in which the flow of knowledge acts like a funnel would. As you can see here, this is just kind of a summary of what I'm going to be talking about. Learning is like a funnel because of the way we obtain information. It's like a funnel because of the way we process that information. It is like a funnel because of what we do with the information. And it is a funnel because it acts in a system of networks, if that makes sense. It will in a second. So if we go to this other page, you can see in figure 1 that there are a few things here. There's a flotation device, there's a person, and there's water. And all of these things mix together to create something new, something unique, and that's kind of how knowledge works. So, figure 2 kind of shows the flow of education. It depicts a market funnel, but its principles apply to education as well. So, on the surface here, around awareness, we have like a vague idea of what knowledge is, and then as our interest increases, our focus becomes more narrow, our decisions and the input that we share with other people becomes more narrow, more focused. And then, at the bottom here, our knowledge leads us to act. Now, when we act, as you can see in figure 3, we share knowledge with other people. So William James says right here, knowledge is essentially nothing new, and it harmonizes with many ancient philosophical tendencies. And what this means is that we have a lot of people who have great ideas, such as Thomas Jefferson, Plato, Aquinas, and we, in our day and age, we take all that knowledge and we synthesize it together to create something new, kind of like the way an orchestra works. So if you scroll down here to figure 5, an orchestra involves several key elements, winds, strings, percussion, a choir, directors, and they create something new and better. And that's how we function in regards to the flow of knowledge and education. Now, education is unique because, as we've already discussed, we're not the only people participating in it, and we won't be the only people participating in it. Figure 4 kind of shows that idea. All revelation and all knowledge comes from the greatest of all sources, and that is the Lord, who through his Spirit teaches us truth. Aquinas hints at such a truth. Elder Bednar directly asserts it. And Henry B. Eyring calls this principle confirming revelation, where the Lord teaches us something and we gain knowledge by figuring out for ourselves that that principle is correct. And then as we gain that knowledge, we distribute it to other people. So you can see the flow comes from God to a greater source, and then it goes down to lesser sources, and then it comes to us at the bottom. And the principle of education is that all these people can become equals. If we look down here, Thomas Jefferson says the most effectual means of preventing tyranny would be to illuminate the minds of the people. And Horace Mann adds that means of education are the grand machinery by which the raw material of human nature can be worked up into inventors, discoverers, artisans, scientific farmers. In other words, we all become equals, and we all have things to contribute. And that contribution will help water to flow and become powerful, and knowledge to prevent tyranny and to bring the human race out of its lowly condition. And I really wish I had more time because there's a lot I want to go into. But in conclusion, there are lots of ways in which the flow of knowledge acts as a system of funnels. I've thought of this idea a lot over the semester. But, as we've discussed, I'm not the only one who can contribute to it. So if you have any thoughts or inputs about how else education works like a system of funnels, or if you want to correct me, or if you want to add anything to the discussion, please post in the discussion board. All right, thank you for watching.